Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, this is The Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And yesterday we had a great show and we said, you pick the show today. And keeping in the Gary Vaynerchuk DNA, I didn't listen to myself and I didn't pick one of yours exact shows. I actually combined two of you, TNF Dude's show and Mango's show. I combined your show and I'm doing Gattinara and I'm doing a great little wine from Ciro. I'm excited about this episode of WLTV because you know, Italian wines are really respected and are really sought after, and there's a lot of great ones from a lot of different areas, and I think that people underestimate the wines like Gattinara, which are made from Nebbiolo, or Ciro, which is made from Gaioppo. I mean, these are grapes that a lot of people are not familiar with, Nebbiolo more than Gaioppo, but bring a lot of thunder, are very interesting, and this is going to be a fascinating show, and I like to bring people on a journey. It's all about trusting your own palate, but trying different things. That's the entire mission of the Vayner Nation, Mott. I don't know if you know about this, and that's what we're going to do. Now, so on today's show, I want to really focus on these wines, and I've got some really massive announcements, but the first one is a huge shout-out, and it is a shout-out that is very special to me. Mott, you don't know about this, but I got you a cake because it's your birthday. I've been waiting for this all day. I've been so pumped, Mott. It is Mott's birthday. Mott, get over here. Oh, he's closing the fridge. Happy birthday. Zoom in first, Mott. What is your job? Oh. Get it? Got it? Happy birthday, Mott. Got it. Get in here, man. Say something to the Vayner Nation. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say something. You're usually really bad at this, Mott. So let's make sure, you know.
Wow, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm not usually short for words, but
How do you zoom in on this sucker?
the dial on the left side.
This? Oh, yeah.
So, thank you, Gary. Thanks to everybody at the Wine Library, and you better let me get back behind the camera.
Is that what you do?
That's what I do.
What birthday is it?
Well,
31?
let them guess.
Great idea. Question of the day.
Put your guess in the comments.
I love it. I love it. Mott, now you're thinking. Mott's getting it. I like that little put your questions in there. You're going to have to fix the camera. I screwed it all up.
Oh, boy.
Happy birthday, Mott, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We will eat that together. Okay, back to the seriousness of the show. Some really interesting wines. Let's first focus on the Duca San Felice Ciro 2004 Reserva from Librandi, which is the real big brand in Ciro. Ciro is a very interesting DOC, making some of the really interesting wines. 95% Gaioppo, but it's also allowed to be 5% white grape varietals, Trebbiano and Greco. So very interesting wines. We've not focused on Ciro that much on the show, and I'm excited about trying this. Very light in color. 14 bones, a little Richard Todd action, Mott. Let's see what's going on here. Light in color, as you can tell for a red wine. You can zoom in there, Mott. Do a little something. Oh, pour a little out for the Vaniacs that aren't with us. Very cute. All right, there we go. Mott, say it with me on your birthday. Let's give this wine a sniffy sniff. Now, this wine comes across very interesting. There's a little bit of like cherry juice. There's also some sour cherry, so it's kind of like sweet and sour, you know, instead of duck sauce, sweet and sour cherry sauce coming through on the nose. There's a clear-cut smokiness, a little bit of a lip match. Here comes all the people who say the wine's spoiled. It's not. But there's a little lip match, a little smokiness kind of coming through. A little BBQ action, as they like to call it, in the dirty, dirty South. Let's give it a whirl. Has some nice weight. Medium to full bodied, has a beef jerky kind of component to it on the mid palate. I really like the structure on the back end. It's a little bit disjointed. I can see a lot of people that get into Chianti Reservas getting into this wine. So if you're a Chianti Reserva drinker, if you're drinking Ruffino Gold or Tan Label, this would be a wine I would recommend for you, even though it's not the Sangiovese, it's Gaioppo. Great. How many Vaniacs out there have had Gaioppo? I'd love to know. little rosemary action on the mid palate. Throw in a couple of sun-dried tomatoes, and you're starting to see what this wine tastes like. It's got some earthiness. It's got some little fertilizer dirt action thing going on the back end. The back really comes in. It comes strong. It's kind of like you go to a play and you're like the first part you're okay. You can get some peanuts and intermission. It comes back and it rocks you, and then you're all excited and can't go to sleep that night. That's kind of how I feel about this wine. It's a solid effort, good structure, value driven at 14 bones in my opinion. And I'm going to have to say that this wine is rolling in at about 88 plus points. I like it. I think it's solid. You know, it's not killing me. Definitely not, you know, rearranging my lifestyle. But a very classic, down to earth, you know, solid citizen type of red wine that you won't be embarrassed to serve and that you can easily enjoy with pizza or watching the big game, maybe game 4 of the NBA Finals. It's been a pretty interesting NBA Finals so far. Or having it with a little bit more of a serious drink. It's a wine that I'd love to see people going out and finding Ciro. I think Ciro is a very interesting area that I'm really kind of getting more and more into myself. With a nice piece of Parmesan cheese or some just charcuteries and cheese. This is serviceable city, and when you go serviceable city on me, I'm always going to respect you. It's a real wine, and I like that. And when I say real wine, I mean, you know, it's coming from the land. It's not being, you know, manipulated in the winery. This is probably going to be the wine that you most recognize because everybody that gets into wine, you start going to wine shops, this would be the only Gattinara that people are going to have, the Travaglini Gattinara 2003. This is made from Nebbiolo grape. Again, it needs to be 90% Nebbiolo to be allowed in the DOCG of Gattinara. Let's see what's going on here. Gattinara wines were really popular for a few years, mid-90s, kind of falling off. This wine's very famous because of its shape. Matt, you've seen this before or no?
The bottle does look familiar.
Right, it's really kind of interesting. It's just so classic. It makes me smile a little bit. It is double deuced, 22 bones on this wine. And let's see what's going on. This one actually may be 100% Nebbiolo from what I remember. Again, requirement for the DOCG of Gattinara is 90% Nebbiolo. Let's see what's going on here. Interesting color, little rusty, browny, orangey on the outside, kind of interesting. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. I get like a stew component, like a chili stew kind of thing going on, like soup. It makes me think of soup, a little tomato soupy. There's almost like pencil shavings on the nose on this wine. Actually, yeah, pencil shavings. Tight nose, though. Kind of tight. I'm struggling a little bit with this nose. There's some kind of Asian spicy thing going on. Beef jerky, stewy, kind of meaty, like meat and potatoes, kind of like, you know, like tough guy kind of thing going on. You know, like, you know, a mine worker's lunch. You know what I mean, Ma? You know, so let's give it a whirl. Pretty thin, little disjointed. There's some nice plum flavors on the back end. Plum skin I like. Also, believe it or not, almost like a shot of like red ice pop, like cherry flavor ice pop. You know, like, you know, when you suck it. You know, I love ice pops. It's that time of year. Little awkward. I also do get a little bit of like an apricot flavor on the back end, which is a little bit exotic, but it's a medium-bodied wine. It doesn't really flesh out on my palate, which I don't enjoy. A little one-dimensional for me. Reminds me like a comedian that tries to go and do drama, stick to the comedy kind of thing. Even though I don't believe that, I think people are multidimensional. This wine, I don't know, very dry on your palate. I'm not liking this wine very much. There are some nice things about it, but I'm going to score it an 80, and I'm definitely giving it a pass at 22 bucks. Not a wine that I enjoy at all. I mean, the Ciro blows it away for 8 bones less. And so, I know a lot of people are going to want to go out and buy Gattinara, and this is going to be the only one you see, so definitely at least if it's the 2003, and the 2002 is a really tough vintage. It would have even done worse. I had the 02. If you can find an 01 on the Gattinara, I think that's your best bet, because this is going to be the Gattinara that you're able to go out and find. All in all, I'm pretty disappointed with this wine, and And that's how I feel about that, Mont. What do you think? It's thin. It was light. I mean, a lot of $7, $8, $14, $13, $12, $9 Italian reds taste like that. You know, bad and inexpensive. So, what else do I want? Before I get to the wine, I'm going to yap a little bit. I want to give a big shout out to Dan Manu, that was weird. Dan Manu, who had a great idea for the show. We're going to do a lot of the ideas from yesterday. We're going to make shows out of. So, Dan Manu had a great idea to do non-Barossa Australian wines. I promised him I'd do that. I will get to that. I also thought Young Dave came up with a great one. Other French sparkling wines, which had a lot of Cremants in it. That was awesome. I also want to announce a contest that I'm going to draw from for Friday, which is the iTunes review contest. I've been rocking the iTunes. I kind of haven't been there in a while. A lot of reviews for Wine Library TV in the podcast section, Mont. You know, you can review it. So, all the people who are going to review it, leave a review in there, and we're going to draw a name out. There's, I don't know, looks like 99% are good reviews. Last couple of them. But, you know, leave a review. If you leave a review, we're going to pull. We're going to give you every single generation wristband, all three, plus you'll get the fourth when it's ready, and a signed copy of the book, and a secret surprise. Just, you know, for fun. Friday, make it fun. So, iTunes review party, Mott, link up iTunes. You might be able to link that up. I'm not sure how it's in their internal thing. I don't know. But let's do the iTunes thing. If you can't link it up, it's fine. What else do I want to say? The shout-outs I'll save to the end. And, before I get to the last wine, I have two massive announcements at the end about things that I'm doing. One is obnoxious. It's actually about the 500th episode. So, stay put for a second. All right, let's move on. This is the Antonio Gattinara, the Osso San Grato, which is the single vineyard, 2003. This wine is 91 points, Antonio Galani, 42 US dollars. Now, again, these are supposed to be at least 90% Nebbiolo, but they're also allowed to be 10%, up to 10% of Bonarda di Piedmonte. So, not to be confused with the Bonarda that you're seeing out of Argentina, which, by the way, fun fact, the Bonarda you see out of Argentina is also known as Charbono in California. And I'm kicking knowledge, Mott, on the ones and twos. I'm just kicking it today. 91 points, Galani, who writes reviews the Italian wines for Robert Parker's Wine Advocate. And so that's something you need to keep in mind. A little bit darker than the last wine for sure, so that's a good start. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Much more aromatically exciting right now. Right off the bat, I get a beautiful strawberry jam component. Fresh strawberry jam. Your grandma made it. Heated it on the stove. Really pretty. I get some floral components. I also get some little secondary subtle pepper. Believe it or not, I almost get some like onion kind of thing going on in the back end, which is kind of neat and I like. I also get like a rubber band, like a big red rubber band. You know, that rubber bandy kind of smell? Like the real big one, Mott. You know, the one you can launch to like next week. Wow, this is a pretty nose. I mean, as you can see, I'm a little bit stuck here. I'm going to flirt a little bit with this. So, you know, beautiful rose petal. Nice. Let's give it a whirl. This wine is, holy crap. Now try this. Might be too, not I'm going to say it's not too complex. It's a very complex wine. This wine. I know how you are with red wine, so don't fake it. Just whatever you're feeling.
Well, for an old I like it.
Right? For a big, massive wine, this has polish. You like that term? I mean, coats your entire palate. Very silky smooth for a massive wine. You're feeling the dryness. Your mouth's a little dry, right?
It's not bad.
But not as bad as normal? Yeah. Okay. It's dry. I mean, it's not crazy dry. Mott, you're right. Sorry. Happy birthday. But crazy complexities of rose petal. I get pepperoni, believe it or not. Gorgeous strawberry and plum components. Radical. And I mean, not normal, but radical flavors of black raspberry, so it's a radical black raspberry, right? Not just a regular black raspberry, not just regular raspberry, right? See, 3 steps. Engaging wine, right? Charisma laden. I mean, it's like you just want to engage this wine, you want to drink it. An amazing wine with beef or massive meat steaks, just gorgeous length, explosive richness, almost like a creamy component. Do you get the cream like a custard, like a unclair, you know, like in the middle? I mean, just really like
It's so smooth, I think.
so smooth. I mean, just silk. Ripping. Come on. Oh, come and join me on the show. We'll hang. We don't have to zoom on your birthday.
Okay.
Let's drink a little bit of this together. I got it. Take a seat. Let's hang out. They don't get to see us on camera. Have we ever been on camera together?
Together
before?
simultaneously? I don't think so.
This might be it. I mean, this is for you. I mean, this is, to me, one of the better wines we've come across in a while. Awesome. I mean, explosive richness, everything you look for in a classic wine. I mean, better than a lot of Barolo and Barbaresco that I've come across in a long time. I think Galoni actually underscored this wine, and I think he actually underscored it pretty heavily. I'm going to go 94 plus points on this monster. I think it's exotic, rich, explosive, massive, perfect in a lot of ways. I mean, doesn't have the classic insane charisma and structure that, you know, a 95 to 100 point wine does, but it's right on that cusp. And to me, at 42 bones, this is a value-driven wine.
This is very good.
You like it?
I do.
Let's talk about some shout-outs. First, Bruce Power and his lovely girlfriend, Amy, who we know pretty well, got engaged. Congratulations. Joe White from the LA Vaniacs, also engaged. Getting engaged in Sonoma, I think, this weekend, so congratulations. Jennifer, happy 27th birthday from her hubby, Mark. It's a little belated.
It was yesterday.
Yep, and same thing for happy birthday, Irv Remedios. Happy birthday. Now, I want to get into the very big thing, Mont. Actually, while you're doing this, I think it'll be fun for the Vaniacs to see what your opinions are on the other wines. That's nice rolling, Mont. Getting good, buddy.
Learn a little something.
I love the first question of the day. Do not forget the first question of the day. How old do you think Mott is? Mott, some people are going to make you happy, some are going to hurt your feelings.
It won't hurt my feelings.
Understood, me neither, I wouldn't care. Some people can go to Wikipedia and see if they can look you up. Here are the big announcements. I will be going to San Francisco twice in the next 2 months, in July and in August. I would like to see every Vaniac out there make a schlep, make a trip. So we're trying to give you a month or 2 to get out there. There are 2 very significant reasons. The first one's limited, the second one's a little bit limited, but we should have enough room. On July 10th, based on our scheduling, we're going to miss a day or 2 here to make sure this works. On July 10th, in San Francisco, we will be taping. You're coming with me. I'm going to have to force you out, so get ready. You didn't even know that until that. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Coming to San Francisco. On July 10th, we will be going to San Francisco, and we will be taping episode number 500. In San Fran, the 1-year anniversary-ish kind of the Vaniac party in San Fran. So we have 300 tickets available. They're going to be $50 because the Vaniacs that put it together, it comes with hors d'oeuvres. I'm going to bring enough wine that the $50 price is going to look silly to you. We're going to tape a live show, and we're also going to have the best night ever. We have it for the whole night. It's going to be unbelievable. Hors d'oeuvres are going to be taken care of. There's actually a link for it, Vaniac 500 or something.
Okay.
Brandon M. hooked it up. So, Mott, link it up! So we're going to link that up, scroll down. Now, a lot of people don't know what link it up means. So, Mott, can you do something for me? A lot of you have been watching for a long time and been emailing me. You don't understand what happens when I say link it up. So can you do a little editing for the first time ever? Can we do when we just, right now? Can you scroll down and just show them, where, like on the website, where that means?
You can make me work.
I'm going to make you work today.
On my birthday.
On your birthday. Yes. So, do you know what I mean? Just circle it, do something. So we're linking that up. I hope to see you guys out there on July 10th. It's going to be unbelievable. Everybody bring a bottle. Their appetizers and hors d'oeuvres are going to be taken care of. We're going to tape the show and we're going to party. It's going to be awesome. Mott's going to be there. We're going to also party because I just said potty or something. So that's awesome. Now, August 9th at Crush Pad. another Vaniac Cab party. So if you bought Vaniac Cab, we're going to be tasting barrels again. We're going to be rocking it out from like 2 to 6. It's a Saturday. Then we can all make dinner plans and hang out more. So August 9th, not all the details are set yet, but at Crushpad, in the middle of the city of San Francisco, we're going to hold a huge party on a Saturday. Mott, you don't have to come for that. You're more than welcome. And so that's going to be awesome.
Sounds like it.
So, July 10th, episode 500, 300 tickets available, and that will be awesome. And so, I hope to see a bunch of you there. And other than that, first question today, how old is Mott? Second question today, am I going to see you in San Francisco on one of those 2 days? Don't forget about the iTunes review contest.
Right.
We got to do that for Friday. I'm going to put that on my calendar. Oh, what did you think?
It was right. You're right. It's like thin at the end.
Compared to the last one,
Yeah.
sure. And then finally, on your birthday, Matt, let's see what you think of the Ciro. Don't lie now. Just good, your honest opinion, because this would be interesting to see what you think.
Yeah, the matches.
You got it?
That's very strong. That's good too.
You like it?
Yeah.
I would have predicted you wouldn't, because it's pretty austere.
I don't know if I'd buy it, but I definitely would buy a bottle of this.
At 42 bones?
At 42 bones. Even on my salary.
He beat me to it. I was going to say, can we take care of cut the salary? Cut it. Matt, happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Because you, with a little bit of me and the monster, we're changing the wine world.